Hello guys, Gaga here, and this video is actually a videoception because this video is a response to a very old video that I did about subterrors and 7 things that subterrors need to be competitive in the metagame. And I want to look back at the video that I did and kind of look if all the flaws that I mentioned back in the day are gone, if there's some new problems that we ran into. And spoiler alert, yes there are a few, so this is gonna be a really interesting video. So you see right now on screen all the 7 things that I mentioned back in the video and in the right order. So let's go through them step by step. So no spell and trap removal on the last place. So we got Styco Kraken, that's something I guess, but we never got a really efficient way to deal with back row, especially not with face-up spell and traps, because there are no behemoths that can do that for you, and I really wish there was a behemoth that would just say banish 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, but there are none. And that's a major flaw in my opinion, especially in the current metagame where face-up spell and traps are everywhere. I mean, Barrage, Diagonic Diagram. So next point was a beatstick or a defensive 3000 defense or wall, and this is the point on the list. This was definitely fixed. So we got 2 behemoths with 3000 attack, Speleo guys and Ultra Mufas, and also one with 3000 defense, which is with Heroic. Also we got 1 spell card and a trap card that boosts the attack of our Subterror monsters, and even the Nemesis monsters can now be boosted up to like 3000 attack. So this point is completely gone, which is cool. Now number 5 we have to special summon the behemoths from the graveyard. We got 2 ways kinda to deal with this. First off, we have what's called Fiendish, which is really cool and good. And the second one is not really a special summon, but at least some sort of recovery, which is Cave Clash. And even though Cave Clash is good, it doesn't do anything else for the deck. So this point has been addressed, but not as much as I wished it would have been, because with Glacier and Stalagmos effects, a continuous trap card that special summons back behemoths from the graveyard would have been really powerful, but we never got this. 4th point, other powerful Nemesis monsters. Oh my god, Nemesis Defender, why are you so incredibly bad? But okay, Fiendish is good, so it could have been worse. I mean, Fiendish is really powerful and Warrior is still very powerful. So at least we have 2 really powerful ones. That's something, I guess. And now we are already entering my all top 3. So on place number 3 there was a game starter and we got Fiendish, and Instant Fusion is also nice. I mean, special summoning the invoke monster and flipping it face down is also a good opening play because it doesn't take away your normal summon. But I really feel like 1 additional card could have been necessary to prevent insanely pricky hands. Also, like a trade-in for Subterrors would have been really awesome. And again, I just have to mention that Cave Clash had such huge potential, but if it only had 1 effect that boosts the consistency of the deck, it would have been so good. You could play triple Cave Clash. But no, we didn't get this. So this is definitely one of the points on the list, together with the spell and trap removal, that hurts the deck the most at the current point in time. The second point, flip behemoths up during your opponent's turn. Okay, finally we got this with Final Battle. We got this point fixed, but there are still not enough ways to get such a card consistently to your starting hand, and that's bad. I mean, you could send it to the graveyard of Glacier and then recover it with Cave Clash, but this is very slow because you probably are not inflicting damage to your opponent in the first turn with Subterrors, and playing 3 copies of Cave Clash is also not consistent, so this doesn't work. Flipping up your behemoths during your opponent's turn, there could have been an additional effect, like a second card that does that, and I really feel like we would have needed such a card. Although it's at least been finally addressed. I mean, without Final Battle, Subterrors wouldn't be even slightly good, because Final Battle is a hell of a card. Yeah, but still, I feel like we cannot access it fast enough or consistently. And the final point, protection from mass removal or destruction in general. Archer helps, which is really important, and what a lot of people don't know is that you can special summon Archer with Nemesis Warrior. This doesn't work on Death Pro, that's why people get so confused, but it is possible. So thanks to Archer, and I highly would advise you to play at least one copy of Archer for this reason. We even got Dragosaur and Burrowing, but let's be honest, these cards are so badly designed they make me mad. First of all, Dragosaur always triggers way too late. If your opponent activates Raigeki and you flip up Final Battle to flip up Dragosaur, Raigeki destroys your Dragosaur and then it triggers into Graveyard where it nearly doesn't do anything. It also doesn't protect your city, which is bad because the city doesn't count as a Subterror card. And also Burrowing has the stupid activation condition that I really don't like. It also protects only your face down monsters, which is also stupid. And yeah, it's also just that alone. So these cards are just too badly designed. And even though it's cool to recover Burrowing with Cave Clash, it's not consistent. You don't get this often enough. And while we're at consistency, this is the perfect transition to the new flaws. And a final explanation why Subterrors sadly aren't meta. And it's actually only one big point. So let me explain. Subterrors play kind of like Monarchs or Cosmo. You have these huge high-level monsters who are pricky and are not doing anything on their own. And then you have also the Nemesis monsters. They are not very powerful when it comes to attack and defense, but they have very strong effects. And the difference between Subterrors and Monarchs and Cosmo is that Subterrors additionally need a third card. Something like a spell or trap card that flips up their monsters. Because if you special summon the Behemoths from the hand, they are still in face down or face up defense position, so they are slow. And this third aspect, that you need a third card to do stuff for you, breaks the deck. So on your opening starting hand, you need to start with 3 things. First of all, the Behemoth. Second of all, like Instant Fusion, a Hidden City, or Subterror Fiendish, or Terraforming. And also a card that flips your monster's face up. And that leads me to the next problem. Unlike Zodiac, you cannot play many hand traps or tech cards, because if you play those, you are risking to draw even prickier hands or completely useless hands that don't even get you into the game. You cannot side deck ridiculous amounts of cards. And that's also a huge problem. Also, you need your setup, and if you go first, you should normally get it, but if you go second and your opponents have like multiple negations and a lot of quick effects, and the meta is full of quick effects at the current point in time, you're done. So you're left with some useless cards in your hand and your top deck next turn a Behemoth, and it doesn't get you anywhere. Oh boy. I hate this. I hate this so much. It wants me to quit the deck. So this of course sounds like Subterrors are like the worst deck ever made, but they actually aren't. The deck is still good, but probably one of the most inconsistent decks in terms of matchups that I've ever played. Like, you can easily win against a modern deck like, for example, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is a really cool matchup for Subterrors because they don't play a lot of back row. Or Cosmo is also a good matchup, or even ABC if you play Lostwind. But against Marsh Spectres or Satellas or even Lightsworn or Gladiator Beasts, you lose all the time because they either have like a ridiculous amount of back row and can interrupt everything you do, but they can negate your key cards, or they just destroy everything you have and you cannot do anything against it because Judgment Ring can activate multiple times per turn, or Gaisaros can activate multiple times per turn. They just destroy everything you have and cannot defend yourself. Like, it's stupid. So with other words, the more interruption your opponent has or the more destruction he has, the worse the matchup. Also, I nearly forgot this point. I think that a lot of people oversee this. Subterrors got less support cards in the booster sets than the other TCG main meta designed archetypes, like for example Cosmo or Burning Abyss. They always got 5 cards, and Subterrors got 4 together with Spybits, which got 1 more card than, like, for example, UAs. So to get slowly to the end of this video, why did Subterrors fail? Besides the things that I already mentioned. What could have been changed? Well, it's pretty obvious. All the spells and traps as well as the Nemesis monsters, and yes, I'm looking to you, Nemesis Defender, should have been the nuts, like really powerful, like incredibly useful cards, kind of on the same level like Phoenix, the City, or the Warrior. Even Final Battle, although being really good, has one major flaw: it needs setup and doesn't boost the consistency of the deck. Same with Cave Clash. Again, Cave Clash could have been so good. But okay. So, and finally the Behemoths themselves. If all the Behemoths had like an additional effect to special summon them from the graveyard or hand, or like just the hand trap effect, kind of like Dark Lords, they could have been really good. What I've been really waiting for, a Behemoth that works different than other ones, that has a special summon condition like banish 2 Behemoths from the grave, special summon this card from the hands, once per turn with either player's turn, you can flip one of your Behemoths face up. And it stays face up on the field with a huge defensive wall and does stupid stuff. I really thought that Konami was kind of trolling us. Like, they release a good first set, and the second set is okay, and the third set from Ancient Tempest was awful. Like, it didn't change anything. And now we at least got a good Nemesis monster and a good trap card, but a different Behemoth that kind of works different than the rest. We didn't get that point, and I'm still disappointed. But enough whining around. So there's still hope with the potential Earth Structure deck in the future, and also the deck will be better because of the upcoming Link format, and the Link rules don't affect this deck at all, or nearly at all. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you give up on Subterrors or not? I will keep them and wait for a future structure deck and some tech cards. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always. Have a nice week and till next time. Bye.